Hi, I'm from Plagueweaver, Canada. The project started in 2018, so name isn't inspired by coronavirus. It was more based on my interest in medieval times and the impact of plague on every aspect of life. Kind of vision of weaving plague through the centuries. At the moment, I'm the only member, so you can say that it's my solo project, but my ambition is an evolution into a full line-up band and performing live. Number two, how are you passing the time in quarantine? Uh, Mostly dividing my time between family duties and music, books, movies, waiting in lines. For sure, music for full-length Plague Weaver album will be ready earlier than I expected. My plan in January was to finish everything before the end of the year. Now it looks like it will be ready before the summer. Now I'm in the process of writing lyrics and demoing all songs. It's still bare bones, but hopefully it will be ready soon. Number three, how could you describe the current situation with coronavirus in Mississauga? And what are your personal thoughts about this pandemic? It's the same like everywhere. Like long lines to shops, problem with toilet paper, increased sales of alcohol and weed. It's legal, by the way, here in Canada. Uh, about my thoughts, I think that people should wake up. Uh, as, I, as I mentioned before, the band's name is based on my interest in medieval times. There were plagues with mortality rate like 50-60%, wiping out entire communities. Imagine this kind of plague today with all those people believing in conspiracy theories, aromatic oils instead of vaccines, etc., etc. Probably it would be the end of the world as we know. Number four, about Through the Sulphur Eyes. Music for this EP was created shortly after release debut one. I think that the atmosphere of this release is more doomy and heavy than the previous one. To be honest, it wasn't planned, it came naturally. I also switched from 6 string to 7 string guitar. Overall, I think new EP incorporates more different influences. Not only black and doom metal, it's also even death metal and ambient. I'm using more repetitions in certain riffs to make them sound more ritualistic. Number five, behind the lyrics. The overall concept is to visualize the atmosphere of music. Inspiration comes from various sources: music, literature, film, philosophy, occult, life. It's more like a painting of picture than the story itself. I'm trying to add another layer to the music. There is no direct message. Number six, behind the cover art. Uh, Here it's the same like with lyrics. It's some kind of attempt to recreate musical atmosphere. Again, no direct message, no story behind, just creating a bigger picture with where music, lyrics, and artwork creates one. Number seven. Do you think it's important to have a label deal those days? I think there isn't a straight answer to that. I would say both yes and no. Everything depends on what are you looking for. Being in the label has many advantages, like access to the bigger fan base. Labels have their promotion channels, more possibilities, etc., etc. Let's be honest, if any independent label survived those days, it means a lot. Being independent gives you more freedom, both creative wise, business wise, but it costs more money and time to handle this, especially if you're alone, like me. You have to be musician, PR company, and manager at the same time. So, as I said, no clear answer here. Just pick your poison. Number 8. Recent heavy music album that impressed you a lot, and why? I'm not very active in checking new releases, so it's very hard for me to tell which one impressed me. But I can tell you my favorite albums on my playlist in the last 1 or 2 months. A lot of Bolt Thrower, of course, Nesbitt, Demi Leach, last two Varatron albums, they're really good. I'm waiting for new Acherontas. Last albums are really good too. New Darktron, uh, new Candlemas. Also, I prefer older albums with Messiah, but and Onward to Golgotha, Incantation. Number 9. The whole plans for the near future. At the moment, I'm working hard on the new release. This time, it will be a full album. Uh, Thanks to coronavirus, I have more time than usual, so everything goes fast. I already have about half of material, and all other plans are about promotion and maybe establishing a full lineup to playing live.